35 liters is the GOAT size for one bag travel, and there's a sea of competition around that size. And I spent some time with the Sympl 35 liter travel backpack, so today I'll talk about what I liked, what I would change, and how the great tech protection, while somehow staying lightweight, separated it from the pack. Sympl's a small company and basically only makes 3 bags. And it's always fun to experiment with small companies because they tend to stand out in one way or another. I mean, they have to. So here's some stats. And I'll talk about size and weight first, which is key for travel bags. One bag travel bags typically range from 30 to 45 liters, but in my experience using dozens of bags, 35 liters is the best. 30 liters doesn't fit enough, and 40 plus liters gets too heavy for smaller people, and it can exceed carry-on size requirements for stricter airlines. The first thing I loved about this Sympl bag is how it balanced weight and protection. Usually those are opposites because more protection means more padding and more weight, but this is lighter than other 35 liter packs and even some 30 liter packs, yet it has incredible laptop and tech protection. And of course the lighter bags on this list, like the Mini MLC and the Farpoint, it makes sense because they're more outdoor packs and don't have as much tech protection. Jumping into the bag, I'll start with these straps. They're thick, padded, and really comfortable, and also decently spaced apart. They felt pretty similar to Air's straps. There's a few Hypalon latch points and a chest strap, pretty standard, but I like this little part here where I can tuck the chest strap away, and I think all companies should implement this. So far, only Peak Designs bags have a similar feature. The shoulder straps also tuck into the back panel because this bag can convert into duffel mode. And the duffel straps connect to these points and use the same padding as the straps. But after using it, I think Sympl should have made this padded section longer because it was kind of hard to keep this tiny piece on my shoulder the whole time. It just kept slipping off. Moving to the back panel, this is one of the best parts of the bag by far, and it's a tank. It's made from super firm and dense foam that made the whole panel structured. It's kind of hard to describe. It's not protective because it's thick or plushy like some packs, but instead it's so rigid that poking and hard impacts doesn't really reach the laptop storage, which is right here. But it's still foam, so it was decently comfortable to carry, and there's a luggage pass-through, which is always appreciated. On this side, there's a zip bottle pocket that fits my 27-ounce clean canteen, but it was too small to fit a 32-ounce hydro flask. And this zipper style isn't really my thing because it's catered towards looks over function, but I may be in the minority on that thought. It's cool that it zips flat and out of sight, but it's a little small, and I just wish there was a strap up here to lock in the bottle with a carabiner or something. There's also some latch points here with the Sympl branding. On the other side, there are more latch points and a very wide and comfortable handle. And there's also a 17-inch laptop sleeve that is fleece-lined, as well as a hidden passport pocket. And even from the inside of this laptop pocket, I can feel how protective the paneling is. I mean, honestly, it's pretty close to like an inch thick. And next, I'll cover the materials and overall look, which made the bag great for tech protection, especially in rainy conditions. Material is water-resistant Cordura 840D ballistic nylon on the whole bag, but it uses 2 different coatings. So above this line is polycarbonate coating, which gives a water-resistant feeling. It feels kind of like in the middle between normal ballistic nylon, like on Air's packs, and that super rubbery coated material on Cotopaxi's bags. In hand, it feels very similar to Patagonia's new black hole material, like the non-shiny version. And this might be one of my favorite bag materials I've ever used. It's plenty water resistant, but without looking too rubbery or outdoorsy. And below this line is TPU coating. Visually, it's a little shinier than the top part, and it feels a lot more like the outside of a camping tent. This part worked really well because it's reinforced to be thicker, and it's completely waterproof, so I felt okay putting it down in the rain or dirt just because I could wipe it off. Overall, very high quality materials and a very solid bag. As far as the look, you can probably tell, but the material is thick enough to give this bag structure. Like, it's completely empty right now, but it holds this boxy shape, kind of like a camera bag almost, where having that rigid frame is critical for protecting the stuff inside. And I think Sympl did a great job again with the looks. The trick with structured bags like this is that they can look too boxy or square, like you're carrying a house on your back. But Sympl rounded the corners right here to make the bag look nicer without sacrificing too much volume. Looks-wise, it reminded me a lot of Peter McKinnon's Nomadic camera bag, and it's the same exact size, but the Sympl is 2¼ pounds lighter, which is nuts. I love the minimal branding here, and the YKK AquaGuard zippers that keeps the water out, and Hypalon pull tabs round out the look to make this bag very classy and urban looking. But honestly, it probably worked even better in the outdoors against the elements because of the waterproofing and protection. So now I'll open up the bag. The outside pocket extends down to here and also goes upward, and it's pretty flat. The second pocket is gusseted on the sides and has a zip pocket, mesh and neoprene pockets, and one of my favorite key rings I've ever seen because it's removable. Although, if you lose the attachment, then it defeats the whole purpose, but whatever. And just like the back panel, this panel has a layer of that rigid foam to protect this top side. On the top, there's a quick access pocket that's fleece lined. It has pretty good depth, but I wish it was wider because if you don't know, these AquaGuard zipper tracks are kinda rough and it just kept scratching my hand every single time I used it, and that got pretty annoying. And finally, access to the main compartment, which opens up vertical clamshell style. It's a nitpick, but I much prefer sideways clamshell opening like a book because it takes up less space, but it's all personal preference. On the inside, we have some custom fabric with this wavy pattern that looks kinda cool, and access to about 30 liters of space, which fit 3 to 5 days worth of my stuff. Both sides have zippered mesh, and this side has a little pocket. And just FYI, any bag that opens clamshell has to have zipper closures like this, because otherwise, all the stuff on this panel would fall out when I opened it. One time I tried this backpack that didn't have a zippered closer, and it was like literally unusable. Packing this was really easy because I could just throw it open and see all my stuff. And personally, I like less organization and less pockets in the main area. Just give me one huge area to work with and I'm good because I can always use packing cubes. Since the bag is very protective, the main area is also large enough to fit camera bodies and lens bags, maybe a drone case. I don't have any of those to show you, but it's electronics that people typically travel with in addition to a laptop. Though I did carry back some ceramic mugs from a recent trip and they held up just fine, so overall, it's solid for packing and has plenty of protection. Okay, so final thoughts and who is this for? The theme of this bag is balancing opposites. Sympl made one of the lightest weight bags in its size, yet it has protection like some of the heavier bags, both in terms of water-resistant materials and padding against impact. It's structured like a soft shell suitcase, yet it's a backpack. It has clean looks for a city environment, but worked even better outdoors because of the rain resistance. I think it's best for people who carry more electronics than just laptops, so like cameras, drones, but also want something lighter and less bulky than a traditional camera bag. My only gripes were the small water bottle pockets and small quick access pocket, but overall, it's a damn good travel bag. And a goal of this channel is to feature small companies like Sympl, who at the time only offers 3 bags, because it shows that great design can come from anywhere, and the important thing is just to find what works for you. Anyways, comment below if you want a response, let's talk, and subscribe for more new videos every other Sunday. Thanks.